This is a HeadGum podcast.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check that before you watch that new summer blockbuster, you know what happened in the previous 7 installments of the franchise. Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. We've talked about finances on Handsome, and we've talked about parenting, but how about financial parenting? That's where today's sponsor, Acorns Early, comes in. Acorns Early is a smart money app and debit card for kids that helps them learn the value of money. Acorns Early's Chores Tracker helps kids learn the value of $1. Just set up chores in the app, set a payment amount, and tick the chore off when it's done. Acorns Early lets parents pay allowances automatically. No more rummaging around for cash. Kids can spend what they earn with their very own debit card. My kids have taken an interest in money. They see the world and understand that money is a part of it. Acorns Early is a great way for them to start learning financial lessons that I wished I'd received when I was their age. Head to acornsearly.com/handsome or download the Acorns Early app to help your kids grow their money skills today. Acorns Early is issued by Community Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by MasterCard International. TNCs apply. Monthly subscription fees starting from $5 per month unless canceled.
Handsome, chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod. Chatting with friends on the Handsome Pod.
Cheers.
Good afternoon and welcome to an episode of the Handsome Pod. Thanks for joining us. As always, I'm Mae Martin, joined by
Fortune Feimster.
And I am your dear friend, Tig Notaro, and we are all here.
We are the Handsome headquarters individually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do not mistake this for a pretty little episode because we are all three here.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And a Handsome headquarters is a spiritual place, really, rather than a physical place. You know, we've all stepped into the Handsome portal right now when we heard the theme song.
And there's no bears in the portal.
There's
We ain't got no bears in this portal.
No,
Yeah.
we don't.
Are our souls connected right now? Do you feel
Do you feel it?
the connection?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
Pretty sexy.
I bet you in the future they're gonna prove that that's a thing. Not us specifically. They're gonna do a
The
big study.
Handsome had
There are
soul connection.
scientists working on this right now to
Studying.
see if the handsome souls are in fact connected.
Entwined
Yeah.
eternally.
Except
Yeah.
when we get into our huge fights.
Oh, God, you would not want to see those.
Do not get me
No.
started.
Do
We throw
not.
punches.
Oh yes,
It's a
It
lot of
gets
like, don't you dare.
oh yeah, Fortune, and it brings back terrible memories to see your finger wag like that.
Don't
dare.
dare
but
do that.
But I still feel like even when we're like wrestling and biting each other, because we'll like bite each other's cheeks and pull each other's hair,
Yeah, all bets are off.
kick each other in the knees. I still feel like our souls are connected.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
They're the
You-
most connected then, actually.
You heard
We're
the
most
ones you love.
connected
Yeah.
when we're biting each other's cheeks.
Yeah.
When we're
Of
animalistic.
the flesh.
Yeah.
It has
Then we get
gotten
it out
nasty.
of our systems. We need that purge, and then
Yeah.
we're back on track.
Do you guys ever get in tumbles like that with, you had brother, a brother.
You had brother.
You had brother, had two. We would.
Yeah,
we
May, you
would
have
get in
you have
some
one brother,
brawls.
right?
Yeah, I have brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
And,
we have brother.
Yeah, we all have brother.
Man, we would get into brawls.
Oh,
Really?
They gave me some thick skin because boy, whew. That people have asked what I have a little. I don't think you can see it. There's a little fingernail like indention. Is that the
The
word?
nail still in there.
In my forehead right here. So when the sun hits it a certain way, you can see the mark, but it's my brother's fingernail that went to my forehead when we were kids.
What was happening? Was he
Yeah, we were
pointing at you
fighting,
like, don't
punching.
you ever? Oh.
We would punch.
Really? And what would prompt it? Like, what would set you off?
Just whatever fights kids get into.
Did you ever, to protect yourself, put a bonnet on?
My mom put a bonnet on me. It was not by my choice.
But did it keep your beatings at bay?
No.
I would think that would incite
Did you see
more
my
beatings.
Easter photo?
Yeah.
Tig?
What?
Of me. Did you see the photo I put up at Easter of me in a bonnet?
On
Yeah.
Instagram?
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
I even called you out saying you were going to be jealous.
Do I look now?
Hello.
Look at that. If you're on YouTube, you can see it, or go on Instagram. It's Fortune looking like a little angel wearing a bonnet. I can't imagine someone starting to fight with
Beating.
that person. Yeah.
Look at
Beating that
Look at
bonnet,
that
silly.
angel. I didn't get beat up around that age. It was more when I got to be 10 or something.
Yeah, yeah. Would you ever instigate? Would you start?
Oh,
a fight?
yeah.
Really?
Come on. I would stick my middle finger up at my brother and be like, Mom, Price gave me the bird. She'd be like, Price. And I'd be like, suck it. And then he'd be like, well, bam.
Fingernail coming to the forehead.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of brothers, my brother texted me while we were on, and he said, you have made it. You made it, he said. And
What'd
this
you
looks
do?
like it's from The Simpsons. It
What
says,
does
but
it
it
say?
says Vig Notaro at the
Oh my
top.
God.
Wow, that's awesome.
But what is it?
It looks like it's like a Vegas type of ad
It looks like
or billboard.
a sports stadium there.
Like you're
And-
one of the performers.
But if
Vig-
they're using Oprah, see if you're on YouTube, you can see they've used Oprah's real name, but they turned mine into Vig Notaro. I guess
That's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
have to.
funny though.
They thought you were gonna sue or
Look
something.
at you.
I know it's
That's
not even
cool.
me.
But it is.
To be featured on The Simpsons, that's massive. That I
I
would
got to
frame
do
that.
a voice on The Simpsons, and that was
That's-
the greatest day of my life.
Oh,
What
you
was
did
your-
do a voice?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I played the girlfriend of Marge's sister.
The girlfriend of
and
Marge's
they described me
sister.
as like a female Homer.
Oh my
It was
God.
pretty. It was pretty
great.
cool.
Marge's sister that's the twins, right? Aunt
Yeah,
Patty
it was
and-
one of the twins. I can't remember the name. One of the twins.
So they
Are
have
they
like
gay?
out gay, out gay
Yeah.
character.
Maybe that's why I haven't been back because we're like, we'll just have the lesbian in one episode.
That's iconic though.
I
hope
went
you-
on a in the episode they go to Costa Rica,
Mm.
and she brings her lesbian girlfriend, me, who is
Yeah.
just like Homer.
Oh my God. Do you say dope?
I think they had me. It's been a minute, but I think it was like real Southern, like I think it was like even more Southern than I usually am.
Mhm.
Wow.
You didn't have to drop your voice to.
No,
Hey, what's going on?
no, I think
Hi.
it was like kind of like
Southern
the
Belle.
Southern sort of thing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
but
And did they draw the character to look like you, or because
That's
that's
the dream.
alarming when
I think they put like a little bit of like you record first,
they
and then they give you sort of an idea of what the character's going to look like, and then they might do some stuff around the mouth. Maybe I can't
Mhm.
remember exactly, and then you go back in and try to like match that. If they have like some tweaks on lines, you try to like match it
Mm-hmm.
with the mouth that they've already drawn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that The Simpsons probably influenced like global sense of humor more than many other shows.
they-
Like, 'cause it was one of the first shows that did those hard cuts to the payoff of the joke. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
where it's like, well, that would never happen, and then hard cut to that thing
Yeah.
happening. Yeah, like it. Yeah.
And they predicted like a ton of stuff. They've been
Oh,
around
yeah.
so long that I think they like would make these like wild predictions, and then so many things have come true.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't
Trump
have
being- Trump being
examples.
president,
I
I
knew you were
think,
gonna
like-
ask. I don't have examples, but they're just always posting like predicted this, predicted that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They predicted Oprah's sports book club.
And you changing your name to Vig.
Vig Notaro.
Vig.
And so because it's animation, they must have made this a long time ago, right?
No, they still do animation.
I know, but doesn't it take a long time to make animation? Also, look at the
Uh-oh.
picture of me or
Let's
whoever
see
this
it.
Vig Notaro is. Is that
You look
me?
like the Joker.
Yeah.
What
I
is
can't tell
that?
if I have a mustache or a Joker mouth.
It's like a Howard Stern
That is
Joker.
weird. You got
I
to the
know.
bottom of this.
I was going to say, I need to ask my brother, or if Thomas, you want to do some Simpson Googling?
Oh, here. Okay, Thomas just wrote, after a baseball superstar decides to play for Springfield, Isotope Stadium is soon cluttered with garish ads for betting apps such as Bookie Monster, Carrot Top's Prop Bets, and perhaps most cleverly, Vig Notaro. Wait, so you and
So you're
Carrot
a
Top?
sports bookie.
So, a vig is the cut you give a bookie. That's what that means, I guess?
Oh.
So is it not me? I don't
I
understand
think
what's
it's a
happening.
play off of your name,
Uh-huh.
but it's Vig is Thomas is saying the cut you give a bookie. So they're doing a play off of your name and that.
Okay.
And saying that you have like a betting app.
And then Thomas, where did you get this information other than Google? Like, what is this? I don't even understand.
This is a recap of the episode from cracked.com.
Oh, okay. And did this episode just come out? Is that
Yeah,
why?
it looks like it just came out this season.
Of course, my brother's still watching The Simpsons.
God, I used to draw Bart Simpson when I was like in 6th grade.
Oh,
Oh,
like that was
really?
one of the things you could draw that
That's how long.
Did you
that
walk
show-
around in a shirt that said "Don't have a cow, man"?
No, but there
Uh.
were plenty. A lot of people at my school did, or don't
Eat my shorts.
eat my short.
Yeah.
What
God,
a sweet gig that has been for those actors.
I know, right? How are you guys doing otherwise? You're wearing a beautiful pink hoodie there, Fortune. What does it say? Crushing.
yeah,
yeah.
it's- I
It's
just
your
grabbed
special.
a hoodie. It's my special from it's my own merch.
You
Check
do
out
tend to rock
Fortune
your own
Feimster.
merch.
It's my special crushing it. I just grabbed it from my closet and didn't realize how pronounced these words were.
Crushing it.
I just like pink. Did you guys know that pink's one of my favorite colors?
Yeah, I think I did know that, and I respect it a lot.
Thank
I
you.
like pink. I like
Yeah,
pink
it's
a
sort
lot.
of.
In my special, I wore, a pink suit. So this merch was a nod to that.
Do you guys want to know a fact?
Please.
Of course, that's why we're here.
Scientists have just discovered that the color purple does not exist. Our brains
movie?
have just. Excuse me. I started joking. No, the color itself, our brains have invented that color. Don't ask me any follow-up questions, but how fucked up is that? Some people would say that's their favorite color, and then
It's a
And we're
combo
all on
of-
the same page.
I don't know. It's
making
a
it
combo
up?
of blue and something else, right?
it's supposed to be blue and red.
yellow?
But
Blue,
Thomas,
red?
could you Google it?
I'm glad Prince wasn't around to hear this.
Okay, purple is a color that falls between blue and red on the color spectrum. Yeah, we know that. It's a mix of the two primary colors, red and blue. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, we know that. But purple is not a spectral color, meaning it's not a color that can be found in the rainbow or directly emitted by a light source. Instead, it's a color that the brain creates when it receives information from both red and blue wavelengths simultaneously. I am speechless. That's fucking wild.
I'm speechless that you call it simultaneously.
Wait, what would you say?
Simultaneously?
Simultaneously.
Yeah. What
What
do you
would you
say,
s-
Fortune?
Simultaneously?
Really?
Yeah. Little
it was a
cowboy
Y,
says
I'd-
simul.
I'd say, if it was a Y, I'd say simul.
Uh-huh. Okay. How do you call somebody named Simon? Simon?
Simon. Ah, you got me there. yeah, Simon. Wait, Thomas, you say simultaneously or?
Well, and he has a brother named Simon. Simon.
Simultaneously.
Wait, what? So this isn't even a Canadian thing?
How have you never heard this?
How
You've
has no one
lived in-
corrected me before?
I don't know.
Simultaneously.
Here's another word that I feel like I heard Fortune say the same way I do, and whenever I say it this way, people lose their minds. How do you pronounce Oh, and I don't know if I can spell it. Mischevous.
Mischievous?
Yeah. How
I
do you
say
say the word?
Mischievous.
Yeah. Thomas, how do you say?
Mischievous.
I say mischievous.
Hey, that's a good drag name, Mischievous.
It
Mischievous.
sure is.
Or mischievous works as well.
Mischievous.
And introducing simultaneous.
Only recently in my adult life have people been saying mischievous. Why are you? What? Huh?
When you're a kid, you don't really say the word because you are the word. Like you're not going around going, I'm so mischievous. But when you're an adult, you say, look at that.
Mischievous.
I don't know.
I stand by mischievous.
I stand by simultaneous.
What did I say first? I forgot.
You said mischievous.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Maybe
Southern?
it's a Southern thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway.
Well,
Oh, God, we're exhausted.
I know. I'm always so scared we're going to
We all just
run
went,
out of things to say.
Yeah. I have.
I kind of have too.
Yeah. I'm done.
I'm done. This is it.
Well, it's been a good run.
It's been
It
a
really
good
has.
run. What kind of music you guys into?
No, I want to say thank you so much to everyone who listened to Handsome.
No, it's so sad. It's so
Okay.
That would
sad.
be sad.
Would you cry?
No.
Oh my God, how cold.
How
You would
cold.
cry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
No,
I'd
you
cry.
wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
I think I would think
Like
I
a-
was
at
okay
least
with it,
for
and
like
then
a
when the
day.
time came to say goodbye, I'd
A
be like
day?
Not like the whole day.
sobbing in bed for a day. But Tig, aren't you? You're working your way through Friends, right? So
I
that
am.
that final episode of
It's
Friends.
not like you're working your way through actual people.
Yeah,
No.
you're right.
No.
But that final episode, they are crying for real, and it is a heartbreaker.
Don't ruin
Wait.
it for Tig. What a
Like the-
spoiler.
The very last Friends episode?
Yeah, they're like the characters are crying, but you can tell the actors are also crying. It's their final scene. It really gets me every time, and I do revisit it.
Really?
Yeah,
They
I
spent
do.
a lot of time together. That was the days of 24 episodes, right?
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
And what did
For
they
10
do? Like
years or something?
10
Yeah.
years?
yeah.
That's a lot of time with people.
Oh
And
my
a
God.
lot of money.
And
my
that too.
God, yeah.
Those people did not walk away broke. Everyone in my house always has something going on. I'd call this busy season. But as far as I can tell, when you have kids and a busy schedule, there's no other type of season. I don't have a lot of time to grocery shop or cook healthy meals at home. That's why I use Hungry Root. Hungry Root has saved me so much time since I started using it. And unlike other convenient food options, I'm looking at you, fast food, Hungry Root is actually healthy. I made the eggplant chickpea ball hummus bowl at home. It took me less than 20 minutes. It was so fresh, and the flavors were restaurant quality. I love Hungry Root. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/handsome and use code handsome. That's hungryroot.com/handsome, code handsome to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/handsome, code handsome. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check that your dog's feet don't get too hot when you take them for a walk on a sunny summer's day. Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. I want to do more live shows.
Yeah, me
That
too.
would be fun, yeah.
Really want to do more live shows.
Yeah, and I want to do more in person as well. We just, it's hard to get together. It's hard to.
Oh, in person in the studio together.
Yeah.
It's been hard because we've had a lot going on, a lot of work, a lot of personal stuff, and so as soon as we can be back in the studio together or do more live shows, man, will that be great.
I'd like to also introduce some new segments like secrets and lies or something, or not that, but
Ooh.
like truth
Two
and
truths and a lie.
like two truths and a lie or something. Just
Two
introduce
against
a little,
one.
Yeah, a little intrigue.
yeah.
Why don't we get started?
Okay. Okay. Welcome to Secrets and Lies. I'm gonna say one truth and one lie, and then you say what is true. Okay.
Where's the secret?
The secret is actually the prize. Is I'm going to tell you a secret.
Ooh.
I don't know. I haven't thought this through.
You're going to tell everyone the secret?
Because the
No,
segment's
that's
called
not-
Secrets
Now you're
and
like
Lies.
breaking out in hives.
I'm freaking out now. I'm
Maybe
freaking out.
just-
I haven't thought
Maybe
this
the game
through.
is just a truth and a lie.
Yeah, let's go truth and a lie. Okay.
Yeah, because you called
Or-
it Secrets and Lies, and then you, I don't know, I got lost.
But then
So
did you
I.
see Mae freak out as soon as they were like, and then I'll tell you a secret. Oh, God.
My neck got really red.
Okay, let's hear a secret and a lie.
Or no, a truth.
No,
and
we
a
got
lie.
rid of the
I mean,
secret.
yeah, right. Oh boy, this game is.
I know. We have. This is probably why we should think about this stuff before, but we'll
I
just
know.
figure it out as we go.
Whatever. We're here. Let's hear a truth and a lie, Mae.
And queer.
Okay, truth and a lie. One of these is true. One of them is a lie.
Yeah.
Number one. Oh, fuck.
You seem like you were had it on lock, ready to go.
I know. Okay. Number one. I saw Cher eating breakfast in a hotel lobby.
Okay.
Number two. I was in an elevator with Tom Cruise and he sneezed.
The second was a lie.
Absolutely.
How? Because you're right. Because obviously, the first thing I would have told you guys when we started this podcast
You
was,
would never stop talking about.
Yeah, I would have kept
Never.
the shirt I was wearing.
Yeah.
Never stop talking about.
He's
and
more
also,
a rare signing.
back up. Nobody would have let you in an elevator with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, you're right. They would have
Good
been
point.
Yeah.
guarding it.
His crew would have been so on it. They're not going to let little cowboy in there, especially if he's got the sniffles.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
I
right.
was in an elevator once in Australia with Caroline Kennedy
Oh yeah,
and her
Rise up
security
lights?
guard.
rise up lights.
Rise of lines.
Were they eyeing you?
They were looking around.
One time, I went with my friend to a. Here's something I haven't told you guys. I went with my friend
A
to
secret.
to like a little petting zoo in Australia, and we snuck
What's
over.
with Australia?
Well, that's what made me think of
We
it.
have a lot
Oh,
of
I
fans
see.
out there. Oh, by the way, Tony
Uh-huh.
Collette, your friend, ripped on my Australian accent on the Handsome page.
She did, yeah.
What did
Yeah,
she say?
Tony Collette
She was like-
commented, was like,
wrote-
"This is awful," or something.
She wrote, "That's the worst Australian accent I've ever heard," or something like that.
Something funny like that.
But if she were to say it, she would have
Uh-huh.
said, "That's the worst Australian accent I've ever heard."
Oh my god.
Did people take her joke seriously and
Well, I
start yelling
commented
at
on
her?
it, and people laughed.
I think
Oh,
people
okay.
liked it. Yeah.
Okay.
So one time I went to this petting zoo in Australia with my friend, and we wanted to get nearer.
We're in
to
Australia.
This was
Down
in-
under.
just outside of Sydney. Yeah, right down under. Yeah. And we wanted to get close to the goats, and so we actually climbed over a fence. It was this rainy day, and we went and we're petting these goats. And then later on, we were in like the sort of entrance area, and one of the women who worked there said, like, are you having a nice day? And we were like, yeah. And then she goes, well, I heard there were two sus young boys trying to touch the goats. And she was describing me and him as sus young boys. He was in his 40s and I was myself. Two sus
Watch
young
out
boys.
for the goats.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's great.
I love that you were
Fortune?
climbing a
No.
fence to try to get to the goats.
Wait, aren't we going to hear a truth and a lie from Fortune?
Oh God!
Oh, sure.
I don't even know. Do you have one in the barrel?
Yes. I didn't get a cell phone until I was 33.
Okay.
And I don't like the smell of incense.
Both of those could be
second
true.
one's a lie.
33. I'm just trying to do I'm trying to remember. It was around, 2002, 2003, people were getting cell phones. I'm going to say the first one's a lie.
And you're saying the second one's a lie, Fortune?
Mm-hmm.
The first one is a lie.
Whoa, yes.
You got it at what, 31?
No, I was 29 when I got a cell phone. There you
Yeah.
go. Mhm.
I think
Electric.
my first cell phone was my senior year of college. But
Mm.
but I don't know why I got one. No one else had one.
Really? You were the first?
Yeah.
And you had no one to call?
No one except my mom at like a landline. I don't know why I got one, and I didn't have that much money, so it was so
Oh my God, when
stupid.
cell phones first came out, remember it was like you're paying for minutes and it's like, I
Yeah.
gotta go, click.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I went over my minutes.
Oh yeah, and it was expensive if you went over minutes. I had a beeper. I did when I was
kind of perfect.
sophomore and junior in college. I got a beeper because I was an RA.
What's RA?
The resident assistant of a dorm. So like you
Oh,
were
you
kind of in
were.
charge of a hall.
Of course you were.
That's a fully formed character in my head. You got a beeper,
my
you're an RA,
Yeah.
you're Fortune.
Well, because
Oh
what I
my
would
God.
do is you. Some of those people probably listen to this, so this is funny, but for me. But you're supposed to, as an art, a part of your job was you had to like once a week you couldn't leave your room all night, and then 1 week in a month you couldn't leave campus because you were like in charge.
Oh,
So I would write on. You had like little boards that you could write on. You know,
Mhm.
I would write like doing rounds, which because you were supposed to like go around campus and check on things. Here's my beeper number if you need me. And I would like go to IHOP with my friends and like do whatever. So if I got the thing, I would just go to the payphone and call and be like, I'm by the cafeteria. What's up?
Really?
Yeah.
Is this a role you volunteered for and then?
No, you got paid.
Oh, what?
What kind of cash? What are we talking
I
about?
mean,
Friends money?
Minimum wage back then.
Mm.
I
Oh
wouldn't
my
do it
God.
obviously all the time, but occasionally.
What, like $5 an hour?
Yeah, something like
Mhm.
that. And you got your own room. You didn't have to have a roommate. That was
Oh,
pretty
that's worth
sweet.
it. That's a
So
big
I did it for
perk.
2 years, but yeah, I'm like, here's my beeper. Let me know. Then I got a cell phone, but I wasn't an RA anymore. When I moved to Spain, everyone had a cell phone there. Everyone. So they caught on over there first, and everyone and their mother texted because
Everyone
it was
and their
way
mother.
cheaper than calling. And I just remember telling my friends back home, like, everyone has a cell phone here and they text. And they're like, they what? And I'm like, text. They had it was like such a foreign thing to us.
I remember the first time I got a text. I was just minding my own business at my house in Venice, California, and my phone popped up with a message on it. And I was so spooked, and I didn't know.
You
Yeah,
went straight to bed.
I was so confused and spooked. I was like, what is happening with my phone? And it was coming from a friend, but I didn't know how they got a message written on my phone. It was very alarming.
Take me back.
Should we get a question? See who our question asker is today?
Mm-hmm.
100.
Today's question asker is an Emmy-winning TV and podcast host, comedian, hairstylist, and a New York Times best-selling author, best known as one of the co-hosts of Queer Eye on Netflix. Their latest book is a young adult novel titled Let Them Stare. Jonathan Van Ness is asking today's question.
It's criminal we haven't had JVN on before. I can't believe it. JVN, they're the perfect guest.
And we're
I
all
know.
known for our hair. Right? Right, guys?
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we all
Are we
known,
known
for our
our hair?
Mine's called the Tig Wig.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hi, handsome. It's Jonathan Van Ness, and my question is, if you could switch places with anyone, oh my god, I haven't shaken out my curls yet, so
Nice
I'm on a
curls.
photo shoot, don't mind me. If you could switch places with anybody, who would you switch with and why?
Look at those
curls were
beautiful
popping.
curls.
Wow.
Do you think your curls would do that, Fortune?
Well, Jonathan has much more hair than me.
Right.
Those long, luscious locks. If I had somebody do it, I could probably get the like Little House on the Prairie,
Or like
tight
Shirley
curls.
Temple.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to like scrunch my hair and diffuse it to get the real tight curls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a great question though. What a ray of sunshine in the world too, Jonathan
I
Van
know.
Ness. Yeah, I remember that first season of Queer Eye that we were all kind of introduced to JVN and just being like, who is this charismatic, amazing person? I know my answer.
Gymnastics too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With those curls bopping around? That's amazing.
Isn't that wild? That would be hard.
All right.
Like balance beams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If we could switch places with anyone.
Yeah, Mae has an answer.
Okay.
Harry Styles. And I'll tell you why. Just for a day, because having like tried to play music on stage with a band and stuff, I just the way he moves his body effortlessly and is so handsome and sings so well. I didn't even know until I heard this question that what a fan of Harry Styles I am, but it turns out I am. And I would just love to be in a big stadium playing those songs and like moving like that and seeing all the signs and how fun that would feel. Yeah. Seems fun.
I can
get
see that.
accent.
I can see that parallel.
Cool tattoos and yeah, like I don't know how to move my body when I'm playing the guitar and stuff. Like I just stand like a statue at the mic.
Oh yeah, Harry's got some moves. I mean,
hell yes.
He's out there with that, those tight pants and that big butterfly tattoo and his little vest.
Yeah.
Just making everyone go wild.
I want to like show some skin like that. So confident,
Yeah, he does seem very comfortable in his own skin and just like he is who he is, and that's that.
Yeah.
End of story, huh?
I like him too.
Yeah.
Me too.
He's got a mustache right now.
I love a mustache.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love a mustache.
So you might like that too.
Thomas, don't ever shave that thing off.
Don't ever change, Thomas. Who would you switch places with?
This is a different way in, I think, to the question, but I would switch places. And are we talking about really switching places like Harry Styles would be you? Or do you just get to be Harry Styles for a day?
Oh my God, would Harry Styles be doing the Handsome Pod with us?
I did not even think about that. Oh my God. Yeah, like Freaky Friday style.
Yeah. This episode of Handsome is brought to you by Wild Grain. Wild Grain's boxes are fully customizable to your tastes and dietary restrictions. I've been enjoying this month's vegan box with everything sourdough bread, artisanal Bavarian pretzels as a treat, and mango and passion fruit mousse as a second treat, because why not? Are you ready to bring all your favorite carbs right to your doorstep? Be sure to check out Wild Grain so you can begin building your own box of artisanal breads, pastas, and pastries. For a limited time, Wild Grain is offering our listeners $30 off the first box, plus free croissants in every box when you go to wildgrain.com/handsome to start your subscription. You heard me. Free croissants in every box. And $30 off your first box when you go to wildgrain.com/handsome. That's wildgrain.com/handsome. Or you can use promo code HANDSOME at checkout. This episode of Handsome is brought to you by Graza, my new favorite olive oil. It's fresh, it's never blended, and it comes from a single type of olive, the Picule, straight out of high-end Spain, where over half the world's olive oil is produced. Graza is single origin goodness. Plus, they've got super fun squeeze and spray bottles. Graza's got 3 versions to suit all your different cooking needs. Frizzle, with a high smoke point. Sizzle, your everyday oil. And Drizzle, a bold and flavorful finishing oil. I've got all 3 Graza oils, and it's made me realize I use olive oil for everything. And if I'm putting one ingredient in most of my cooking, I want that ingredient to be high quality, fresh, and delicious. That's my priority, and it's Graza's priority too. So go to graza.co and use Handsome to get 10% off of Trio, which includes Sizzle, Frizzle, and Drizzle. And get to cooking your next chef quality meal.
He's
Whoa.
like, interesting
Yeah, switch
point.
place
Let me
for
tell
one
you
day.
what- I just did an Australian accent for Harry. Interesting point. Let me tell you about my story. How do you do a British?
I think there's some Australians that would beg to differ that you did an Australian
how do you do
accent.
a British Harry Styles accent?
Harry's got kind of it's like part American now, but
Harry.
it's
I
I love singing.
love music.
I'm doing like the Beatles kind of, but I don't know.
Okay.
Wait, what's your different way in, Tig?
Well, I think I have had, as time has gone on, I've had more and more questions for my mother. And so I have wanted, I would say I'd want to switch places with my mother so I could get to know her better and get some answers about her and myself and her life that I could take away. Because, I remember hearing somebody say, you should interview your parents or loved ones while you still can. And I wish I had been able to interview my mother. So instead of that, I would like to be her for a day.
And would you choose a particular time in her life?
I think, in her older years, just because I would have a lot of questions. And also if she switched places with me, she could meet Stephanie and Max and Finn.
Aw.
That's really nice.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I just, I wish she could have met them. But anyway, so yeah, I think that I would switch places with her to get to know her in a way that I just can't.
Yeah, like see what it feels like to be her moving through the world
and gain the information about her that I just didn't know or think of, when she was alive,
Yeah, in this version, when you become her, you have access to all her memories and everything and brain.
Yeah,
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I wonder how long we're switching places.
I think one day.
One day, okay.
Are you going to choose Biggie?
Oh, that would be the simplest day ever.
You'd have a penis, though.
Oh.
You'd have not only a penis, but a dog penis.
There'd be hair all over it.
A little lipstick.
I think
I
think it'd be scary to be a dog because, like, you're at the mercy of everyone else.
Yeah.
That would give me too much anxiety. Though he's over here just living his best life.
You also have to just be okay with who adopted you. That's the other weird thing.
You have to hope they're good to you. I mean, he's got a pretty cush life.
That's true about life anyway,
between
though.
The two of us, we spoil him rotten.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good one. I like that, Tig.
Well, thank you.
I don't want to switch places with my grandmother, but I would like her to answer if she was a lesbian.
I can answer that for her.
Oh my God, maybe you
could say this because I did that that Tyler Henry Medium show.
Yeah.
And he said that like someone in my lineage was gay and that me being out and proud was like that they felt like proud that like I'm like living the life they couldn't. And I'm like, was that my grandma?
It was.
I think you should switch places with Tyler Henry, and then you can talk to Tig's mom.
So stressful.
You can talk to all our people.
You need to get a notepad.
I like Oda Mae Brown on Ghost. It's too much. I'll be like, Ghost. Remember, she'd be like, leave me alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to make money. Get out of here.
Yeah.
I would
I
like
wouldn't
to
leave her
switch
alone.
places with him.
He seems exhausted after those readings.
I know. I saw in that reality show he made, but he would sometimes, after he's doing all those readings, he'd just go to bed, lie in
I
bed for
believe
a day.
it because there all these people trying to get in, telling stuff, and it's heavy. You know, everyone's crying.
Yeah.
I don't want to switch places with him, but I appreciate what he does. But yeah, I would like to ask my grandma that, but I don't want to. I don't
What
think
about-
she'd have enough fun for me to switch for the day.
Yeah.
I want to go big, like someone whose life is wild, like an Oprah.
Whoa.
Ooh, Mick Jagger. That's a wild
I
life.
met Mick Jagger.
When?
Did I tell you that a couple months
No.
ago
What?
at a party? I was like, it was
You
after the Oscars. I was like, you were funny. He goes, hey, thank you. I can't do the accent.
No, you can't.
But you know, like, hey.
And nor can you do the face.
No, that was a crazy Mick Jagger.
But you know, he's like,
I met Keith Richards.
I can't believe this. Wait, why did you say he was funny?
he presented at the Oscars and he was funny.
Okay, and he was funny.
And
Yeah.
he was like, yeah. So we had like a fun little moment. He like was like right on, like laughed, and
Oh
it was
my
like, I can't believe I
God.
just talked to Mick Jagger.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you could do like, but what about like someone today, living today, to switch to
Yeah,
live their
Oprah.
life?
He is living today.
Oh no, sorry, I know, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
He is
I'll talk to his
alive.
ghost.
Yeah.
He's in his 80s and
Wow.
he still runs around the stage like
Yeah.
he's Harry Styles.
He's rocking hard.
I don't
Oprah
know.
might
I
be
like
kind of
Oprah's
stressful.
life. She's got like a chef and she's in Montecito, and like then you could just Zoom all your famous friends all day and then like donate a bunch of money to charity, and like I could just make a world of good, a difference in a day.
Oh, you just donate all her money.
I
She
just
gets back in her body, and she's
I just donate a
destitute.
bunch of money to people, have dinner with like someone like famous, like I don't know,
Yeah.
and Zoom people, just like go through her phone and just start FaceTiming people.
Yeah, that would be good. FaceTime
Have her
people.
chef make something amazing. Check in
yeah.
on Gail.
Yeah.
Gail's in
Um,
space. She's like, I gotta call you back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you probably, and Oprah probably knows a lot of like secrets, and
Oh, yes, she does.
And I'd find out everyone's secrets.
Everyone tells Oprah everything.
course.
Yeah, you
It
try-
would be
you
so
trust Oprah.
juicy.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
I think I would be into that.
That's a really good answer.
Yeah, I
Thank
think we
you.
all had good ones. Should we hear what old JVN has to say?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Better not be my mother.
And my answer is Stormy, Kylie's daughter. That Birkin collection is next level. And I mean, it seems like everyone in their family has to get a job somehow, but I bet Kylie wouldn't make her if she didn't want to. I would love for Kylie to be my mom and have so many Birkins, and for like Chris to be my grandma and have like so many fun cousins and just be like 3 or 4 again. So I feel like she's probably having so much fun. Okay, that's what I would say. Love you guys. Bye.
I will say I have watched the Kardashian show on Hulu,
Oh.
and
Uh-huh.
those kids are living the life for sure.
To be a rich 4-year-old is actually the best idea ever.
Just bossing people around.
yeah.
Well, Chris
Are they
Jenner
bossing
is-
people around?
No, I'm
Oh,
just saying
oh.
they could. But Chris Jenner does seem like a really fun grandma.
yeah.
Mm.
She
But-
just like rents Sprinter vans and takes them on hay rides, and there's like treats everywhere. I mean, I can see the appeal of this life.
I could do that for you. I could rent a Sprinter van and get treats and take you on a hayride.
Okay,
Yeah, and I could be your grandmother.
come on, Ditch.
Put it on the list, Thomas. I'm going to take Fortune on a hayride in a Sprinter van.
please.
But what were they saying about Merkins?
Birkins.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
A merkin
Can
is
Yeah, you
Quite
want to explain
different.
that? You want
Yeah,
to
you-
explain it to our listeners?
A Merkin's like a fake pube wig.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. I thought that was
like, why
odd.
she got a bunch of
Collect-
those?
No,
Well, the
yeah.
fact that does Stormy for real have Birkins? Because you know those are like 10 to like 10,000 minimum. And that's rare.
What are they? Birkins?
Birkins are Hermes bags, like very
Oh.
high end, very difficult to buy. You have to get like invited to even look at them.
Well, I'm not shocked that Stormy's got access to those.
I'll be honest, I've never heard of Stormy, but it's fun to hear about.
Yeah, it's Kylie Jenner's kid with, I believe, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
And is she like, people talk about Stormy?
I think the Kardashian Jenner folks are talked about in pop culture often.
Incessantly. Well, they're kind of like pop culture royalty, and like Stormy is, I guess, the heir to that.
The heir to the throne. And Kylie is Kylie's like a gazillionaire. Her makeup line is like worth $1 billion.
Why aren't we in the makeup
this to Tig as if Tig's gonna go, yeah, I knew that. But so Stormy is also the heir to a large fortune.
God, I hope my lip taint company takes off.
You do need to get that lip taint going.
Yeah.
I met Kim, or not Kim, the mom.
Chris.
Yeah. Years ago at Heather McDonald's house.
Oh, yeah. I find her really sexy, Kris Jenner.
Go for it.
She's actually really very nice and personable. I've met her a couple of times, and she's always been
They're fascinating.
Nice.
And I find them really likable on the show.
I met her when she was with
Bruce.
I mean,
but
Caitlyn.
I guess Caitlyn was Bruce at that point.
Yeah, at that time, Bruce.
Yeah.
Were they nice to you?
Yeah, very. There was a joke on Sarah Silverman, I think, at one point about me looking like Bruce Jenner, and then when I met them and shared that, there I was in the arms of Bruce Jenner.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being JVN for a day, to be honest, to have that level of, I mean, I'm sure they don't have that level of energy all the time, but man, what a nice vibe.
What do you suppose the energy is the other times?
Well, I'm just thinking about myself, and when I'm alone in my house sometimes and my face just melts into like nothing and I'm just sitting down.
Would y'all want to be a 3 or 4 year old for a day again, or no?
I remember when I first got my double mastectomy, I was hanging out with my friend, my very closest friend at the time, and we were just like, when I say we were rolling around in bed, it wasn't romantic, but he and I were just like hanging out, lying in bed, laughing so hard, and I had like a tight t-shirt on, and it was the first time like after my surgery had healed, and I was just like in this really clear, it was just clearly a better place than I had been in a long time. And I felt 8 years old. And, just having no boobs, a t-shirt on, and laughing with my best friend until we were crying. And it was like the first sign of hope in 2012 for me.
Whoa.
So that when I think, I never have felt like, oh, I want to be a kid, or, oh, I don't have an issue with growing older. But when I think about that one little moment in time, I'm like, that took me back to, there was something fun about that.
It would be fun, but also like to actually be 4, but it would so depend on the environment and people you're around, because you're such a little helpless little nugget. You got 4 years old going to Disney for the first time with some kind adult would be great. But 4 years old,
I don't have the best memory back then, like especially when I was like little. I had like little pieces of things, especially like around like the age 4 or 5. Do you guys have good memories of that time?
I feel like I have a lot of memories. Yeah, like
really,
it's a real mixed bag of good and bad
I
for me.
Barely remember.
Yeah, not necessarily all good, but I have a lot. Like I remember it. I remember
it happened.
Yeah,
I know for sure it happened.
Through it.
Yeah,
and we don't have. I don't have like a ton of pictures. We didn't have video cameras. Were not as prevalent. I wish I had like video footage of me more as a kid.
Same, actually. I have none. Yeah, this conspiracy theorists listening are gonna think maybe Fortune's AI. Like there's no, like if you're like, I don't have any record of myself before a
Yeah, I'm
certain
a
age.
robot.
Yeah, it turns out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Most of my childhood photos, my mother had been in a car accident and broke like every bone in her body. And so she couldn't raise her arm very high. And when she would take a picture, it would, like her arm would jerk down, and it would just, I would always tease her because my childhood was just like a picture with my foot in the corner. Like I was just running by and she missed me.
My mom would always cut at least one or two people out of the photo without fail. And usually it was the person you wanted to take a picture with.
Oh, that's
She
right.
would, if like you met someone famous or something, she would like inevitably accidentally cut them out.
And why would she, what was she doing with scissors and the, like what?
No, like when she's taking the picture.
Oh, I thought you meant like after it was developed.
No, when
Just
she
cut
was
out.
taking it. Because, there was a roll of film back then. You didn't get to see what you were taking.
No sign that whatever happened
Yeah,
ever.
and we'd be so excited and get the pictures back. We're like, Mom!
It's
So
just
she's
Mickey
like-
Mouse's one big ear.
Yeah, she's like, I
In the
told
sun.
you I'm bad at this. Well, when you switch places with your mom, you can, for that day, take so many photos with a proper arm.
Yes, indeed.
No, Tig will have the bad arm
no,
still.
but we'll have the consciousness of like, let me try to lift my shoulder up more.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you'll prop it
Yeah.
up on, yeah.
Well, I have to be honest. That was a good time.
I gotta be real with you guys. That was a great time.
Oh
Biggie,
my gosh.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Biggie's on camera, fully naked.
He just asked if I planned to switch places with him because he wanted to know if he'll be doing this podcast with Harry Styles.
Oh
my God,
and
is
my
he a
mother.
fan?
Definitely a
Harry Styles
fan.
and Tig's mother and
It's
Biggie.
it's my mother, Harry Styles, and who is yours, Fortune?
Oprah.
Oprah. Oh my God, I would subscribe so fast.
Is it gonna be like
and
that?
subscribe. Yeah, keep it.
I hope Oprah gives some of our
handsome.
fans a car.
Me too.
Uh-huh. Hi, Biggie. Look at that precious face.
He's sweet.
Does anyone have anything going on coming up?
I got these 3 tour shows playing my album I'm a TV and some new songs as well and telling stories in Portland and San Francisco and Vancouver around June 10th, 12th and 13th. But check out maymartinmusic.com for tickets. And check out I'm at Largo as well once a month doing new material with guests. So check that out.
June 14th, Eureka Springs, Arkansas, P-Town on August 23rd. And other than that, check out the documentary that I produced called Come See Me in the Good Light. It's making its rounds at festivals and killing it real hard. And go to tignotaro.com for all my show information. I'm working out material at Largo and Dynasty Typewriter, and all the information is right there online. Fortune, what's going on with you?
June 5th, I'm at St. Louis, Missouri. Then I have Kansas City, Missouri, Wichita, Kansas, Vegas, Lexington, Knoxville, Asheville. Then we added some fun new ones like in Houston and DC, Chicago, Boston. You can go to fortunefeimster.com for those tickets and come hear me talk about some biscuits. And then a bunch of you guys, we posted on our Instagram asking where you guys wanted us to come to a live show at some point, and we got a crazy amount of comments. So we'll have to look into that and put that
for
on the
sure.
books at some
We
point.
want to come see you.
Man, I love our live shows. I love them so much. I want to keep doing them. And again,
too.
share your favorite episodes with people that have never listened to the podcast, friends, family, neighbors, coworkers, and help build the handsome community because it's
Stay
a fun
tuned
one.
for more segments like the one I did.
Yeah, Mae's going to come
today.
up with some amazing segments. For
Yeah, I'm going
us.
to come up with something better.
Absolutely.
Over 2,300 comments of people telling us where to go.
There's not even that many towns and cities in the
I know.
world. All right. Well, until next time, shall we
Keep it
Keep it
handsome.
handsome. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check that your friend is actually into spelunking before taking them on an exploration of your area's underground cave and aqueduct system. Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
That was a HeadGum podcast.